There are some women who spend years mastering their image, their communication styles, their communication skills, as well as their presence. However, when important decisions are being made, these women are often overlooked. And when women's names are being tossed about for growth opportunities, their names never come up. Meanwhile, there are other women who can walk into a room and instantly gain support. People listen to them. They have the ability to get people to move. Now, this isn't because they're the most charismatic. It's not because they're the most well-dressed person in the room or that they have on the most expensive clothes. I am an executive, and I've been an executive for a long period of time. I have highly successful women that I work with and highly successful women who are friends of mine. And what I've noticed are patterns. Highly successful women spend time mastering their presence. They are confident, they're articulate, they're intelligent. They spend just as much time mastering influence. And these two things are two distinctly different things. Presence can be performative, whereas influence is persuasive. Presence will get you in the room. However, influence determines how you're able to lead people once you're in the room. So today, let's talk about the distinctions. Presence creates attention, whereas influence creates movement. Now, some women tend to confuse the two because on the surface, they appear to be the same. Both contribute to your success. Both can create opportunities. Both are how people perceive you. But presence is how people experience you. Influence is how people respond to you. The reality is, women spend lots of time refining how they show up and little time understanding how influence actually works. Presence will get you in the room, but it is influence that helps you lead them once you are in the room. Influential women that are highly successful focus on credibility first, and then they focus on visibility. They would rather be known for their judgment. They would rather for people to trust them. They would rather be known because they actually deliver, they perform. And when you work on credibility, you will get visibility. This is why some women seem to influence a room as soon as they walk in. And others who are very visible, you see them all the time. They're at every company party or picnic or meeting. They don't have influence in the room. They speak, but their ideas are rarely adopted. They speak, and sometimes it's as if they haven't said a word. Highly successful women, influential women, actually shape decisions before decisions are ever made. By the time the major decision is put on the table, influential women have already shaped how the decision will be made, the overall outcome. Before they step into a room, they have built relationships. They understand the power of relationships. They have discussed ideas and strategies. They know that when they step into the room and the decision is put on the table, that conversations have taken place before. And if they have built certain relationships and are able to persuade their colleagues, they can influence that decision. Most of the time, women think that you have to be charismatic, that you have to be the most popular. The truth is, influence is power. And when you have power, you are able to achieve a high level of success. Influential women understand their stakeholders. They create relationships before they need them. They listen very carefully. They connect people with ideas, and they create alignments and alliances. Presence combined with influence is how highly successful women are able to achieve greater levels of success. Highly successful, influential women are not the loudest. They're not the most charismatic. What they understand is presence creates attention. Influence creates credibility. Influence creates movement. And in order to achieve high levels of success, they have to focus on both. Focusing on presence, because that's what gets them in the room, but also focusing on influence, because influence is what allows you to stay in the room. Which one of these resonates with you the most? Leave it down in the comments below. You know, I love to keep the conversation going. I always like to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the video. And as always, I'll see you next time.